just relax and like embrace this moment. We're in a pretty awesome position. We've got a super strong team, and we're ready to go out there and fight and keep that jersey, work hard, support each other, and just have fun.
Yeah.
Katie Hall, after losing this race by just 1 second last year, comes into the final day with a much more comfortable lead in 2018. California sprint superstar Corinne Rivera looks for the elusive stage win in her home state. And Stage 1 winner Kendall Ryan looks to repeat in the Stage 3 sprint. It all comes down to Sacramento at the Amgen Tour of California women's race, empowered with SRAM. Welcome to Sacramento, California, in the shadow of the state capitol, here for the final day of the Amgen Tour of California women's race, empowered with SRAM. Brad Soner here with Laura Winter for another exciting day of racing this week. Laura, we're going to talk about the sprinters today, but before we get to that, let's talk about yesterday. What a ride for Katie Hall on the way up to South Lake Tahoe.
Wasn't it incredible? We're truly seeing a rider at the very, very top of her game. She is in the best form, the best condition she's been in, and she blew the field away. But a really impressive ride from Taylor Wiles, who took second as well.
We had a chance to catch up with Katie before the start today, defending her yellow jersey.
Katie, let's reflect on yesterday. How are you feeling a few hours on after that epic Stage 2 win?
I feel good. I feel better about my gap this year than last year, and better about the competition, and just excited to race my bike. And it's a bit windy out here, but we're, working for a bunch finish today, so should be good.
And for United Healthcare, obviously you just got a GC lead to defend and get you back safely.
Mm-hmm.
What is the game plan for that?
Yeah, I think look out defensively for GC in the first place, but if we can get a podium out of the day too, that would be a cherry on top, so it would be good.
And of course you're here in Sacramento, home state, you're riding in yellow. What does it mean to you?
It's wonderful. I have a lot of friends and family out here, and we just went to sign on, and I heard my name a bunch of times, and it's just really special to be racing so close to home in such a high-level race.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
Well, Katie Hall's got her work cut out for her today, but this is really a day for the sprinters in Sacramento. We're thinking we could very well see a field sprint on the line today.
We're definitely going to see one. We've got a real battle ensuing for that green points classification jersey, currently held by Katie Hall. Kendall Ryan wearing it today, but it's all about the sprinters. So Kendall Ryan, Nettie Edmondson and Emma White are the three in contention there. Of course, the bunch sprint, though, you can't look past Corinne Rivera, still looking for a win in 2018. She knows how to win here in Sacramento as well, and she's hungry for it. This could be her day. Corinne, another chance for you today. What is the Team Sunweb game plan?
Yeah, we're here to go for the win. We had some mistakes the first day, and we're here to correct those and give it our best shot today.
You mentioned mistakes. What have you learned from Stage 1?
Yeah, definitely quite a bit too early, and we're here with a young group, and it's good to learn from these things and work together and become better every day.
And a word on the other sprinters as well. Kendall Ryan, Emma White, Alexis Ryan, Nettie Edmondson, all going to be gunning it for it today as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They had a great performance on day one, and they're definitely one to watch today, so keep an eye on them.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Kendall, one bunch sprint from one so far. How are you and, of course, Team Tibco Silicon Valley Bank going to replicate that today?
Today I'm pretty tired. I think everyone is. Yesterday was super rough around Lake Tahoe, and everyone knew it was definitely going to be losing yellow, but very excited to be wearing the green jersey today. I like green too, so we're gonna go for those sprints, and it's a good way to also set up and kind of feel out the sprint for the finish too. So we're gonna give it a go today.
It's a battle for green today, isn't it? Katie Hall currently tying with you. Emma White just 2 points behind as well. How focused are you on claiming this green jersey at the end of the day?
Yeah, I got to make sure I beat Emma White in those sprints, and I think I'll walk away with it. So I'm pretty excited. It's going to be a hard battle, but I'm ready.
Nervous?
A little bit, but I'm just trying to stay relaxed. Had my coffee, so I'm ready to go. I'm all caffeined up, and I'm just really excited to go on this course and check it out. And I know there's a lot of technical spots with the potholes and stuff like that, city streets, but definitely ready to go pretty fast.
Good luck today, Kendall.
Thank you.
A lot of eyes on Kendall Ryan today. The Stage 1 winner looks for another win, but we also wrap up our GC battle today. Katie Hall starts the day with a 29-second lead over Taylor Wiles after her stunning performance up to Tahoe yesterday.
All she has to do now is just sit in that bunch and make sure she finishes safely. As we look further down the GC rankings, Sarah Podium at the moment in the best young riders jersey, the young riders white jersey for rally cycling. Megan Garnier there in 21st after a bad day yesterday.
Not many opportunities to pick up time on today's course, just one intermediate sprint and then the time bonus at the finish. So barring a major breakaway that gets any significant time, it's going to be tough for these riders to take back time on Katie Hall. Here's a look at the course, a relatively short closed circuit race around the state capitol in Sacramento, just about 2.2 miles long around the circuit. And what I'm really watching here, Laura, is the finishing stretch, just over 1 kilometer, just under 1 kilometer, I should say, when they make that left-hand turn and charge to the finish line.
Pan flat, so no chance for a QOM, of course. Katie Hall in that polka dot jersey, but worth noting there are 6 corners to negotiate in this circuit. It is a technical route, and hopefully we'll see a nice safe race today.
That intermediate sprint comes at the 15th crossing.
So Stage 3, it's what every cyclist dreams of. You're downtown Sacramento, you have thousands of fans out there cheering for you. In fact, the fans are so loud that sometimes as a rider, you don't even hear yourself breathe. And so it's that extra motivation, and it really picks up that race. It picks up the speed, it picks up the intensity. You're gonna see teams fly off the front, teams that you might not have even heard of before. But remember, everyone has come here to win something, to take something home. We're here, we're representing a women's world tour. It's the top level category race for women across the world, and it's here in the United States.
Another beautiful day in California, 71 degrees out there for the riders. There is a little bit of wind at 10 miles an hour, but shouldn't be too big of an issue. Nice sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. Perfect day for another bike race.
It is a beautiful day, but watch that wind in the southerly direction. It's a cross headwind across the finishing straight, and the riders have to be careful not to open up their sprints too early.
Another beautiful backdrop for the race as well. Again, starting just in front of the California State Capitol building. It was a neutral start earlier today, but some riders missing the memo at the start, or maybe forgetting the memo. This is Erica Aller from the rally team trying to get an early start before she was reined back in.
That is brilliant. Even the most established bike riders still make rookie errors. I love that. And her reaction as well. Lovely. Teammates loving it too.
A final day, a lot of nerves out there. Everyone wants to get underway in racing, but they did have a short neutral section before they hit kilometer 0 and we went racing.
And of course, rally cycling today are going to be racing for Emma White. She's currently 3rd in the points classification, just 2 points behind Kendall Ryan and Katie Hall. And so she really will be looking to pick up a podium at least today.
Yeah, this is really not a day for the GC teams, although United Healthcare are going to spend a lot of time on the front today. All they've got to do is get Katie Hall inside the final 3 kilometers. So it's really sort of the last chance for a lot of teams. I'm expecting maybe some new names to make their way off the front.
As ever, off the front, we've just seen there Hagens, Berman, Superman. Their riders have been so aggressive, and why is it that these US teams are being so aggressive and putting themselves out there in races like this?
Well, circuits like this, very similar to the American Criterium style races that a lot of these riders are used to. We do have our Queen of the Mountain standings here. No QOM points available today, so this one's taken care of. Katie Hall will walk away with the polka dot jersey today. Taylor Wiles just a few points out of that jersey.
Australian national champion Shannon Malseed joining Satoya at the front here. These two just taking it up with the intermediate sprint fast approaching, and it will be very interesting to see how the points are divvied up here in the green jersey classifications. There are the Visit California sprint standings. Katie Hall currently in that green jersey. Of course, Kendall Ryan wearing it today by virtue of being 2nd on the road. Emma White is in 3rd, and the fight between Ryan and White will be very fierce today.
I'm wondering if Malseed might be in this breakaway to take points from the other riders to try to help Kendall Ryan, thinking that maybe she can win the field sprint. So this will be a very interesting sprint. Again, top 3 take-home points, 3 points for first place, 2 points for second place, and 1 point for third place. So these two are probably going to take the first 2 points. In fact, here goes Malseed now.
Malseed then jumping early, and she's gunning for these points, and you're right, Brad, she's going to take them to ensure that nobody else will get any points on the line here, and to make sure that Kendall Ryan can maintain that position in the sprint standings. I wonder if she can come through as well to pick up a point herself.
She only needs 1 point, tied with Katie Hall at 15, so Malseed will take maximum points across the line. Santoyo second, but we're really watching the field sprint behind. We'll see if Katie Hall's going to jump. That is Kendall Ryan in the green Visit California Sprint Leaders jersey, so Ryan picks up 1 point. That's going to put her in the green jersey lead.
Virtual leader on the road then in that sprint standing. She also had Ingrid Drexel just to the left of her. So Team Tibco SVB all out for Kendall Ryan in the hunt for that green jersey right now.
What a ride for Ryan. Great sprint and great team tactics from the Tibco SVB squad, as well as they send Malseed up the road to take the sprint out of the breakaway. That takes away the first 2 positions, and then Kendall Ryan able to get it done in the sprint.
A few little breaks now just as the pace begins to hot up on the way to, of course, the big bunch finish. And we can see here another Swap It rider off the front. Once again, that is Santoya. She's having an aggressive ride.
It looks like Malseed might have dropped out of this one. The Australian Road National Champion said, my job is done. She was able to take those sprint points, so now she can go back into the field. That's going to leave Brenda Santoya alone. Not a comfortable place to be.
No, but Tibco here on the very front of this and chasing down the attacks. They're going to want to line things up for Kendall Ryan. But of course, Canyon Tram looking to line up her sister as well, Alexis Ryan. Astana are here for places and podiums as well. They've got Alina Sierra, who had a great tour last year and hasn't featured yet. She's had a toothache all week, I've heard. So hopefully she'll be back in some sort of health come the end of today and indeed be sprinting for that win.
Here goes Hagens Mervin Superman again, sending a rider up the road. This is Jess Sarah next to launch an attack as she goes out solo.
It's interesting to see these riders beginning to attack and drawing some of the lead-out trains to start forming early and really try to get organised to chase these riders down, because you don't want to let a break get away at this point.
Day like today is a good opportunity for a breakaway. If you think the sprinters teams are going to be playing games back in the field, teams like Sunweb waiting for a sprint for Corinne Rivera, good chance to get up the road and maybe catch those sprinters teams off guard. That is exactly what Jessica Serra is trying to do here.
Team Sunweb here with a relatively young squad, and I think by all admission they made some mistakes and unleashed Corinne Rivera too early on stage 1, and they will not want to be doing that again today. You saw them there at the back of the bunch just watching things. Corinne Rivera looking pretty relaxed as well and just monitoring the field from the back and ensuring she doesn't hit the wind too early.
All right, Sarah caught, and this is going to be the counterattack coming out of the group. That is cyclocross star Katie Compton on the front for the U.S. national team, and it looks like she's got a Sunweb rider with her.
Pernille Mattisson, that is, the under-23 European road and time trial champion, only 20 years old as well, so a real talent. But my goodness me, this lady coming from cyclocross, 14 times national cyclocross champion. She is an absolute superstar and all in right now for, of course, the Schneider sisters, and I'd imagine perhaps Skylar Schneider in for this sprint for USA Cycling.
Katie Compton, a cycling legend here in the United States, so good to see her off the front. We did see the Sunweb team in the back just keeping Corinne Rivera out of trouble. They were chatting earlier, very relaxed vibe on that team as we see the rest of the field come through. That certainly looks like Canyon SRAM to me on the front.
Canyon SRAM indeed on the front, of course, teeing up Alexis Ryan today for the sprint. But look at that. United Healthcare Pro Cycling are keeping Katie Hall in the best possible position. Nice and safe up towards the front of the group in case there is a crash. She is out of any sort of trouble. And also she's able to keep pace as well if she stays in the wheel when it's getting fast. And of course it's on a flat course, which won't really suit her as a climber. She is keeping in the wheel, and she will get to this line and hopefully be crowned the Amgen Tour of California Women's Race champion.
Back with Jessica Serra off the front, coming off a win at the Redlands Bicycle Classic just about 2 weeks ago. She won on a very tough Highland Circuit race. A lot of ups and downs on that circuit. This one pancake flat though, but she's obviously feeling on good form coming into the Amgen Tour of California. Bold move by Jessica Serra, but we'll see if this one pays off. Meanwhile, United Healthcare still on the front. Get used to seeing this. This is going to be the story all day today.
Katie Hall has sat third wheel in that United Healthcare train for most of the day, but look now, we can start to see some other riders begin to come up. Of course, 2020 Show Air will be riding today for Jennifer Valente, Rally Cycling riding for Emma White, and they will be gunning for that green points jersey.
That's Sarah Poidvin riding on the front in the Tag Heuer Best Young Riders jersey, the white jersey competition here at the Amgen Tour of California. Great week for her as well as she moved into that jersey.
Rally Cycling have had a fantastic Tour of California, and I know coming into this race they were feeling very confident about racing here on home soil. They picked up good results, Tour of the Healer and the Joe Martin stage race, so certainly Rally Cycling looking to finish things off with a bang here, potentially the green points jersey. Once again though, we can see Hagens, Berman, Superman on the front. They have had such a great tour. We've been chatting about them all week.
A little bit of chaos here. United Healthcare just behind that Hagens, Berman, Superman duo as Whitney Allison leads the group through the line.
And I just saw there on the left-hand side, Alina Sierra beginning to move up. She didn't have any Astana riders around her. They've come here with a relatively small team as well. Just 3 other riders she's had to rely on, one of whom, Rodriguez, very much a climber and certainly won't be suited to a lead out in a crit race like this. So Alina Sierra is going to have to be very, very clever indeed if she wants to pick up any sort of podium places today.
Astana brought plenty of horsepower to the Amgen Tour of California, but yet to get a good result. So a lot of pressure on their shoulders today. They really need a win before they leave California.
Sierra reportedly not in the best of health earlier in the week, so hopefully she's been able to get those health problems under control and she's here to race and to sprint. It'll be very interesting to see how she fares against the likes of Corinne Rivera, of course, who on California soil I think the home crowd will be rooting for.
Oh, here we go. Gap starting to open up back in the field because the pressure is being applied at the front. They're trying to split this and make it as hard as possible. Pernille Mettesen back on the front here. A lot of effort from her today.
Indeed it is, but she's already drifting back, and Sunweb shelling riders. You've got to question if they're doing this too soon. And look, we've got Sunweb rider on the front, but no Corinne Rivera on her wheel. We're looking right now for Rivera to see where she is as this Sunweb rider begins to just peel off to the left-hand side of the road. It is looking chaotic out there for this sprint.
Yeah, this is a rough lead out, if you can call it that. It's really more like just stepping on the gas and trying to string things out here, but United Healthcare is right there to respond to every move again for Katie Hall. Look at Rally, just a few wheels back. They've got a good train, not panicking just yet, even when the fast riders hit the front.
Rally are looking really organised. You can tell the pace has just ramped up a notch. The Peloton are strung out in one long line. No bunching now, no chatting, no eating, no drinking. This is game on right now.
Hagens, Berman, Superman still keeping a pair of riders up here inside the top 10. Very good positioning for them, and they're more than happy to sit on the wheel. This Sunweb rider, they're saying, you're doing a great job. Keep the pace high. This is exactly what we want to happen. That's going to allow some more riders to come up, though. She can't keep the pace this high for long, so you're starting to see a surge come out the left-hand side of the Peloton, right-hand side of the screen.
Reinforcements on the way for Team Sunweb, you can see, and Corinne Rivera, I'm sure, is up there. United Healthcare Pro Cycling also with numbers towards the front of the field here. Canyon SRAM yet to formulate a well-organised train. At the moment, it's looking like Rally have got the best thing going on.
Now, right now, this is just pre-positioning, getting everyone into place before they really start the sprint train lead-outs. It's about finding your teammates, getting on the wheel, linking up, and executing the plan.
And just in the distance there, I saw a flash of yellow. Katie Hall still very nice and safe in the bunch. And indeed, if she does finish in the bunch safely, she will, of course, be crowned the winner of the race. She needs to finish, though, as we see the Flamme Rouge, 1 kilometre to go under the red kite.
Canyon SRAM riding on the front here, keeping the pace high, leading them under the 1K to go marker, but look who's behind them. Now riders going wide. It's all about positioning here. Everyone wants to get to the front, but it might be too late. If you're not in the first 10 positions now, you're going to have a very hard time getting to the front of this race.
Alina Sierra just coming through. Don't forget, Alexis Ryan, of course, has already picked up wins. Drensa Acta, she was second at Ronde van Drenthe as well, her first World Tour podium, so she truly is in great form. She's had a breakthrough spring, and with that comes so much confidence. But here now we have the final straight, and you can see riders just jostling for position here, trying to find the best wheel. And you've got to question where Kendall Ryan is. A flash of green there. She's not well positioned right now at all if she wants to claim that green jersey.
Well, Sunweb certainly doing a majority of the work inside the final kilometer here as they're going to try and drop Corinne Rivera off, but she gets swarmed. Rivera is in trouble. She's boxed in. Now Trixie Worak is going to drop him off.
And look at the rally train coming through here. Emma White is in the best possible condition she can be in. And also we have Nettie Edmondson for Wiggle High Five here as they all unleash their sprint.
Elena Sierra jumps now for the Astana team, the Cuban national champion. Rivera on her wheels. She's going to try to come around, but it's too little, too late. Elena Sierra wins the final day in Sacramento.
Well, a stunning sprint for the Cuban, but behind her they were all bunched very closely together. Nettie Edmondson, Emma White, Alexis Ryan, all there. Corinne Rivera there too. It'll be a photo finish to decide that one.
Rivera had the perfect position right on the wheel of Arlena Sierra, but just wasn't able to come around. Sierra is really strong in the last 50 meters. That's what makes her such a good sprinter. So tough to beat her when she gets her nose into the wind.
If anything, Corinne Rivera just ran out of road, didn't she? The line came just that little bit too early, as we see now a photo finish. Alexis Ryan taking second, it looked like. And we're just waiting to see. It could be Emma White, I think, edging out Corinne Rivera.
That looks like Emma White to me in the orange rally cycling jersey. So a couple Americans on the podium here, but the Cuban national champion gets the win on stage 3.
It's all about Elena Sierra right now. She had a breakthrough year last year, some fantastic results on the world stage, and she backs that up here with another stage win, and of course a UCI World Tour win as well.
Pretty impressive team, just 4 riders racing here. Sofia Bertazzolo, the current UCI Women's World Tour Youth Classification leader. You see she wears that special blue jersey. So there are your results today. Arlena Sierra confirmed as the stage winner, Alexis Ryan in second, and Emma White sneaks in just ahead of Corinne Rivera for 3rd place. Annette Edmondson 3rd place earlier in the week on stage 1, ends up 5th place for the Wiggle High Five team.
And by virtue of finishing nice and safely in the bunch, Katie Hall finally gets to pull on a yellow jersey. She is the 2018 winner of the Amgen Tour of California women's race, empowered with SRAM. She's worn that jersey 3 times and is now finally able to take it home with her, winning by 29 seconds over Taylor Wiles of Trek Drops, Kaja Nuadoma of Canyon SRAM, 1 minute 7 behind. No change to the GC today after yesterday's stage at Lake Tahoe. Katie, job done for you today. We saw United Healthcare Pro Cycling patrolling the bunch, keeping the attacks locked in. How do you feel right now as winner of the 2018 Amgen Tour of California women's race?
It feels so good, especially after losing this race last year by 1 second. To be able to defend my lead, come away with a win, just like really rely on my teammates to help me out today. Feels so good. And we got Team GC too, so we get to go up there as a team, all 6 of us, and it's just perfect, a perfect day.
And a word on your team as well. A word on your team as well, because today they just had you marshalled in line. You sat 3rd wheel pretty all day. How impressive have they been for you this week?
This is what they've done all year for me, is just look out for me, make up for sort of my weaknesses, which can be keeping in the front of the bunch on a flat, hard, fast race like today. And so, I couldn't do it without them. I'm so grateful.
And parents, family, friends, all here watching. What was it like racing in the yellow with that going on around you?
It was so fun. I heard my name all the way around the course today on every lap, and that was just the coolest thing. Won't happen at another race all year, so that was just really, really cool.
Katie, congratulations. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Great race today in the green jersey competition as well. After Kendall Ryan moves ahead in the intermediate sprint, Emma White moves into the lead in the finale, picking up points on the finish line. That moves Alexis Ryan into 2nd and knocks Kendall Ryan down to 3rd in the Green Visit California Sprint competition. Congratulations to Katie Hall, the 2018 Amgen Tour of California women's race, empowered with SRAM. She finally got it right this year. For everyone here at the Amgen Tour of California, thanks for watching. We'll see you next year.